Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Hard Play 3, the Battle at the Rock. Our sponsors tonight, Beach Realty, Dominguez and Rucker Family Dentistry, Palmetto Physical Medicine and Chiropractic, Big Wage Gym and Fitness Center, McHale's Irish Pub, 007 Bond, Baker Bell Bonds, Cover Distributing Company Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, your first fight tonight, 3 3-minute rounds in the 205-pound light heavyweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the corner, Carl, no worries, Reed.
Hard Play MMA3 Battle at the Rock at the Event Center at Manchester Village, Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're about to have our first fight of the evening. I'm Tom Ziegler along with Brian Bullock, and we've got Carl Reed making his way to the cage.
Carl Reed, 25, 6'2", a very athletic young man. Was a collegiate national ranked wrestler at Newberry College.
Carl No Worries Reed making his way to the cage. He's out of Carolina's Combat Academy in Greenwood, South Carolina.
A very athletic young man. I'm interested to see if he can hold his nerves together, making his debut tonight, which shouldn't be a problem since he's used to wrestling on the collegiate level nationally.
Yeah, Brian, we've seen this before. Wrestlers coming into MMA, making their debut, and the wrestling definitely translates into the MMA scene. They're able to take the fight where they need to take it. Get the fight to the ground, do hard ground and pound. But I think in this case, you had a recent interview with Carl in the beginning before the fight started. What did you say?
Yes, I did. Carl said even though he is such a great wrestler, he would prefer to use his wrestling counterproductively to keep the fight on his feet. He would rather play defense and look to get the knockout tonight.
Well, he looks like he wants to bang. He'll use his wrestling more as takedown defense to stop any kind of takedowns and keep it standing. We'll see how that works out for him. He's about ready to enter the cage. We'll get a good look at him.
And that wrestling background is showing. He is truly built like a wrestler.
Yeah, that is a physical specimen of a young man right there.
Got the nickname on the trunks there.
Now, Brian, you hear from the crowd. We've got the local Rock Hill boy, Joey McPeak.
Yes, we do, coming to the cage. Interesting thing about Joey is he is also a ground specialist with a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so this should be interesting to see if he can get this fight to the ground or will Carl's wrestling hold up to keep it on the feet.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Joey McPeak, a well-known combat jiu-jitsu black belt under Charles Hannebrink. They have lineage to Jeremy Horn, a longtime UFC veteran, and also going back to grappling legend Walt Bayless. So very, very good ground skills. They do have a boxing program at Hannebrink, so he does have good boxing. That's taught by Coach Duke Reeves out of Hannebrink's gym in Rock Hill. He's 6'1". Again, this is a light heavyweight bout with a 205 weight limit. There you see Joey McPeak about to enter the cage now.
You can hear the crowd. He is clearly the crowd favorite here tonight. Big crowd behind him. Once again, Hannebrink is right up the street. Strong gym following for Joey McPeak.
Yeah, this is a packed house here at Rock Hill.
3 rounds of the light heavyweight division. Introducing first the fighter on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He represents Carolina Combat Academy, Greenwood, South Carolina, and Canton, South Carolina. Making his MMA debut, Carl No Worries Reed. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the right corner, representing Charles Hannebrink Jiu-Jitsu Academy, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Making his MMA debut, Joey McPeak.
It's a crowd showing the hometown boys some love.
Yes, they are. Carl Reed has a strong following as well. He is not alone here tonight.
here we go with round number 1.
No touching of gloves.
No touching, interesting. Nice leg kick.
Right away with a leg kick. Trying to stop that shooting power on that lead. Ooh, feel it, big right hand.
Sure did stop them momentarily.
And they clinch up.
Joey goes to his comfort zone, goes for the clinch.
This is also Carl's comfort zone, being the wrestler. Nice couple of knees thrown there.
Now both these guys being debuters, they probably haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to be inside of a cage and work up against this cage. There's really a lot of technique going on here that the average fan doesn't really understand. Nice takedown by Reed.
That was a nice takedown. It's showing his wrestling. Wanted to keep it standing, but clearly his wrestling is starting to take over. You see the ground control.
Looks like McPeak's got a way to get up. Yeah, he's up on his feet.
Ooh, eats a right hand and a nice uppercut.
Reed just lighting him up on the feet.
He has nice striking to go with that wrestling.
Yeah, Reed appears to be the more athletic of the two, for sure. But McPeak is a tough customer. Don't count him out just yet.
Let's see if Reed's cockiness is going to cost him later on in the fight.
Nice right hand. Nice right hand by Joey McPeak. He's got a guillotine. He's thinking about jumping for it. He very wisely decides not to.
And Reed is going to take the control back up against the cage. Popped his head out there. Joey McPeak is a tough customer here. He had a lot of big shots there for a minute.
Now he didn't fold. You can tell he's trained hard. He didn't fold at all. He's in excellent condition. You see a lot of debut fighters pretzel up and fold in that situation when they're taking heavy blows in the beginning of a round.
Yes, they do.
Reed's got his back. Joey rolls through for a knee bar attempt, but he may pay for it.
He's eating a lot of punches right now. Should give up on that.
Reverse heel hook possibly coming. Reed is very, very strong.
He's using it to take position. He now has his back.
He used it more as a sweep because I do believe in South Carolina leg locks are illegal in amateur. Now Joey's got his back.
Carl Reed showing the presence of mind to try to keep his back to the cage and not get his back fully taken.
Short time on the round with a head kick.
Nice head kick.
Good round.
Great action in that round. A lot of big shots. Mr. McPeak showing his composure, eating a lot of big shots, but not fading away at all.
Yeah, you can tell the size and strength and athleticism advantage definitely is going to Carl Reed thus far. If I'm a judge, I'd have to give that first round to him. However, you can see Joey's comfortability once he got into jiu-jitsu mode. He was really threatening with those leg attacks, if not for the actual leg lock, which would be illegal in South Carolina, but also to get the sweep and get himself into a better position, which he ultimately did.
And I think Carl might have known that, and he completely ignored it and started throwing punches. I think he knows that he can't leg lock him here in South Carolina.
Well, I got to tell you, he showed a lot of strength, you know, by standing there in that position and not allowing McPeak to take his balance. I've been in that situation myself. It's difficult to stand up and throw punches.
And for this to be his debut fight and as many punches as he threw, Carl Reed does not look tired. He looks to be in excellent condition.
Yeah, both of them do really. Getting ready for round number 2, this action-packed fight.
Gotta let the ring girl, let the crowd know what round it is.
Joey McPeak getting some instructions from Charles Hannebrink and Coach Duke Reeves. Round number 2 is underway. Let's see if the action slows down or they can keep up this pace. It was a high-paced first round for 205ers.
Oh, nice head kick from Carl Reed and the jab to follow.
Carl Reeves caught that body kick by McPeak. McPeak better be a little careful with that.
Might want to keep his hands up if he's going to throw that leg kick or set it up first.
McPeak with the back pivot kick, but he was out of range. And McPeak going for the shot on the wrestler. Interesting strategy.
This is exactly what Carl Reed was talking about. He wanted to use his wrestling to keep it on the feet, and he stuffed the takedown. Now they're clinched up against the cage.
Reed's got the whizzer on the left side, working the body, short little shots.
He's got wrist control.
See if Joey tries to suck that single. Yeah, he's going for the reap. He's going to have a hard time getting that athletic wrestler down, though.
Yes, he is. This is also Carl Reed's world. Nothing he hasn't seen before.
I believe McPeak tried to sit through on that one, lost his balance, ended up in a bad spot. He'll pull half guard from here. Jiu-jitsu mode coming into play.
Carl Reed stands up, gets out of the leg lock, is looking to drop bombs.
Now, Hannabrink's gym in combat jiu-jitsu is known for good leg locks. Useless here under South Carolina amateur rules.
That wrestling ground control is surely starting to show now.
Yeah, and the physicality of Carl Reed is starting to show too.
Carl again. Excuse me.
McPeak definitely wants to get that takedown. He's having a hard time. He'd like to get that top position and work his jiu-jitsu and his submissions. Reed's having none of it. Changes the angle, throws some shots on the way out. Well done, Carl Reed.
Back to their feet. As you said earlier, Tom, it seems the pace is slow. Seems Reed's cardio is starting to fade a little bit. This could be McPeak's time to get a takedown and get his control and work his jiu-jitsu game.
Yeah, the pace is certainly slowing in the second round. And McPeak tries that sit through again to no avail. And again, he pulls half guard. 10 seconds left in the second round. It'll end with Carl Reed in dominant position.
Trying to land some shots.
Yeah, McPeak going for that deep half, which doesn't always translate from jiu-jitsu to MMA because you leave yourself open for strikes. So, Brian Bullock, what do you think about round number 2? Does it go Reed's way again?
I'm going to give it to Reed again.
Yeah.
He was more dynamic with his striking and stuffed all, if not most, of Mr. McPeak's takedowns and took the top position and continued to land shots. Controlled the ring a little bit more.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. And again, it's all about just his physicality, his athleticism, his strength. It's been overwhelming for McPeak. McPeak cannot overpower him and get that takedown and get the fight where he wants it. Carl Reed's game plan working out just how he wanted it to, based on your conversation with him earlier today.
Yes, it is working to a T, just like he said he wanted to. Use his wrestling to keep the fight standing, and so far he has.
Well, let's see round number 3. Joey McPeak can pull one out for the home crowd. He's a highly accomplished combat jiu-jitsu black belt. Very, very good grappler, but he's in there with a physical specimen.
Round 3 is underway. Catches him with a nice head kick, but Reed seems to be unfazed.
Yeah, he definitely caught him with that. Not as flush with the shin. Reed answers back, closes the distance. They're exchanging against the cage. Reed goes for the clinch.
That may have gotten the better of Reed more than he would like to let on. He immediately kind of went for the clinch there. Nice knees up against the cage.
Yeah, Joey's landed a couple short right hands in those exchanges, and I think it got Carl Reed's attention. Reed got wrist control. He's got an underhook on the right side. He's trying to work some knees. soften Joey up. Now, he's not doing a lot of damage here, but he's definitely winning the fight here.
Yes, he is. It can be physically taxing to have a strong wrestler leaning up on you like that against the cage. It can really test your cardio. The crowd here is booing. They would like a separation, but we'd work at that wrestling.
Yeah, he got the outside reap, and he's landing some nice shots with that big right hand. Joey going for that straight knee bar, which I believe the straight knee bar is the only leg lock allowed in South Carolina amateurs.
Paul Reed just dropped his mouthpiece and then picked it back up all with the same motion.
Reed stacking him up pretty nicely.
Those heavy hips.
Joey's going to try for that low single to no avail. He's going to eat some shots.
He has a chance.
Yeah, he aborts. Like to see him do a little damage here, maybe with some knees, maybe back off and get some strikes. He certainly needs a knockout here. Slips on the mat.
Tries for the reap.
Yeah, slips on the mat, going for that reap on the right with the right leg. Coming up on short time in the third round. He's going to want to have to back up. There he is, going for that knee bar again.
Once again, Paul Reed with those hips. He stuffs it and starts dropping bombs.
Joey desperately going for that knee bar. And that's the end of the fight. Carl, no worries, Reed putting on a show. That's a physical specimen right there. We're going to see him again at 205.
Yes, we are. He is a big 205er, and just like his nickname says, he displayed no worries throughout that whole fight.
Yeah, both fighters showing a big sign of respect, as you always see here in MMA.
The hometown crowd is not happy.
No, the hometown crowd got a little quiet. That being said, Joey McPeak, outstanding fighter, outstanding grappler, just in there with a beast of a man with the superior wrestling. Didn't allow Joey to get the fight where he wanted.
Paul Reed working his game plan to a T. Kept the fight where he wanted it and was most likely going to get the W here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of waiting. The judges just need to tally the final scorecards and get the announcement in.
It's a very entertaining first fight of the night, lots of action.
Oh, I agree 100%. And there's more to come for sure. This house is packed. First event here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and the fans have showed up heavy. Waiting on the final decision here. Here comes Cyrus Fees.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge 1 scores this fight 29-28 for McPeak. Judge 2 scores the fight 30-27 for Reed. And Judge 3 scores this fight 30-27 for your winner by majority decision from the blue corner, Carl Reed.
And there you have it. Outstanding debut fight for both of these fighters. I hope to see both of them back in the cage very soon. I'm Tom Ziegler, along with Bryant Bullock. This is Hard Play MMA. The night's still young. You stay tuned.